Hi everyone. So it's that time of year again where I kind of roll out the discount on the competition website template. Now, if you're not familiar what that is, the template as is, I'm sure you know what Black Friday is, even though Black Friday usually lasts 2 weeks in most cases. So the template is pretty much gets you 95% of the way there for much cheaper than hiring a developer like myself. There's a full tutorial that I'll probably put on screen now that gives you a lot more information on how to set up every step of the way, click by click, for you to get set up with your own competition website. Now there's 20% off if you use the code BLACK20, I think that is. I'll just make sure of that after this video. But yes, it's the best time of year to get in. I don't do discounts any other times of the year, so there'll be links in the description for how to make use of that. But also in this video, I'm going to go across, what the template is in general. Obviously a very short, condensed one. I don't want this video being like the tutorial, which is over an hour long. But also the most recent updates that I've been pushing out. And these are updates for anybody who has purchased the template in the last 3 years. It's a one-off fee. You get updates when I release them. And usually they come with a YouTube video on how to install them. So I just want to give you a bit of an update on what's been done. Next, it's going to be the advice for new people getting into this industry. A lot of people want, my thoughts on the industry, and in this video, I'll just sort of repeat them, what I usually have a chat with someone on a daily basis. And next is going to be the most kind of frequently asked questions I get through email or even in comments. Do I need a gambling license? And more. Cheers. All right, so the first link in the description is going to be directly to this competition website demo. So this is the template. And if you decide to go ahead, basically, like I was saying in the introduction, this gets you about 95% of the way there. Gives you all the functionality that you need to run a competition website, start to finish, with a setup video or a tutorial video to get you there. Now, just to touch on the lovely people that have decided to leave me a review. We're so, well, I say we, I'm so close to getting 200 reviews, as hard as that is to say. So extremely proud of them. Obviously, I work extremely hard behind the scenes to make sure everybody gets set up and, supported throughout their journey. And, if you do well, obviously it helps my business as well. So that's all good there. Last month, we just hit the big milestone of turning over 5.5 million in terms of all the customers combined together. It just shows you the scale of these operations, even from a tiny YouTube channel like mine. But yeah, there's the hunger is out there for these types of websites, and customers are spending more than ever. Anyway, so thank you very much for all the reviews. It really keeps me going and great. So first link in the description, like I said, it's going to be this demo website. If you haven't seen these websites or haven't seen these videos and whatnot before, you can always jump on here, see other videos, or even have a look directly at the template here. You can go to pricing. Obviously, we just discussed there. Now, if you're watching this video in 6 months' time and you're wanting a discount, unfortunately, it's no longer Black Friday. So if you want it, it's best to go in now. It's between the 16th, which was yesterday, and the 30th. So just use BLACK20 at checkout. Now I've added this wee button down here. This gives you how to use the coupon, because sometimes it's not 100% easy to find the coupon button. So this should bring you into the right direction. All right, so the recent update on the 7th of November, it includes all of this information. Obviously, this is without the discount taken off just yet. But if you have a look through all these features, and then the DIY Plus template, which includes the 2 plugins. So the 2 plugins being the entry list, so the customers go on, see their entry basically on the website straight after they purchase. Instant wins, all very self-explanatory. You have extra prizes on your main prize, and customers can win them directly. That could be site credit, could be cash, could be a car, could be whatever you want. Site credit is extremely good because with the template, it offers a automatic payout. So say you have £100 site credit on a certain number, you don't have to then go in and give that site credit to the customer. It's all done for you. And that's what the template's all about. It really wants to take the heavy lifting away from you so you can focus on advertising the website to your customers. So for new people wanting to get into this industry and start their own competition website, usually the questions I get asked aren't overly directed at the website. Usually that's kind of a given where, you know, they know the template exists, they know the functionality is all there, and what the customers expect is all going to be included in the template, and that's true. So mostly it bases around, you know, is there room for another competition website? They feel like it might be a saturated market, and usually what I say to that is like, well, for one, every month I've been in this industry, it is growing month over month. So every month that has gone by has been bigger than the last, and that has been since 2019 when I started making these. So, you know, next month being December, it will obviously be bigger, and historically January being the even biggest. January, February, for some reason, is the biggest months of the year, growth wise, that I've seen. So to get back to my point, is there enough room? I would say yes, of course, there's enough room for a new competition website business, but it's a wee bit like opening a restaurant. You know, there's always going to be room for a good restaurant anywhere you go. It doesn't matter if there's 100 on the street. If you open a good restaurant, you're going to be successful. And the same is in business. You know, just because there's a few people that in your head might be too many in the market, if there's always room for someone who's doing well, not even doing well, but runs the company well, runs the marketing well, you know. The website will get you there very fast and give you all the tools. So when you get the customer to the website, you'll be able to, you know, maximize the spending power of that customer. Getting customers is great, and then getting them back is even easier, usually. So yes, that would be my advice for new customers. Yes, there's room, but you know, have a good think about your marketing plan, the website and the template. You know, that you can almost say it's a given. If you use the template, all the functionality is going to be there for you. Sorry to interrupt. I've actually just finished recording this video, but I completely forgot, as always, to ask you to like the video. Now, we're such a small channel, such a small kind of community. I would say your like on this video is like 100 times on any other video that you probably see today. So if you could do me a favor, just a quick like, it would do me a great favor. Cheers. Okay, and to the final point, and I'll leave you to it, is going to be, put that on docs. It's going to be the frequently asked questions. I obviously get a lot of questions, and most of them obviously base around the kind of running of these companies or setting up of these companies. I've created a documentation site, and basically it's not fully finished just yet. I know I've probably said that in a couple of videos, but the majority of it is there, and especially when it comes to setup. So a lot of customers have queries around setting up banking, because a lot of the banks in the sector, they do not accept competition websites. So the likes of HSBC or Halifax, there's no point in going directly to them, because they'll just they'll decline your business for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure, because obviously it's a legal company. So Cash Plus. So I'm going to actually go to this. This will be linked in the description as well under, you know, documentation. So UK banking. These are the 3 banks that I've seen accept competition websites. So the main one being Cash Plus. The next one being Wise Bank. Now, Wise Bank's fees are a wee bit more than Cash Plus. So if you can get Cash Plus, and most people do, is the best option here. Thai Bank can be hit or miss. I've heard in the past that some accounts would be closing down potentially. So I would use this as a last resort. The next one is going to be like, what type of company am I? You know, it's not in the list when you start your company. So there's one here, and I think it's called an SIC code. It could be completely wrong, but basically it's 93290, other amusement and recreational activities. Now I've had, maybe that's a bit small for you to read. Sorry about that. I've had basically people in the industry, in terms of the finance side of things, have recommended adding your company as this. So that is in terms of banking. Now, when it comes to payment gateways, it being pretty much the next step after you set up your company and after you set up your business bank account, you know, you're all set to go. You've got the website there. The last thing to do is basically to set up your payment gateway. Now, you cannot use especially for a new company. You can't use Stripe. I've seen people get their accounts frozen for years now. You can't use PayPal off the, as soon as you launch. PayPal requires a couple of years of accounts. Also, they charge an arm and a leg for each payment. So you want to keep that as small as possible while going to a UK-based high-risk payment provider. In this section of the docs, basically it gives you a rundown of how you should or how you can create a competition website using this payment gateway. It gives you everything from Apple Pay, Google Pay, everything you need to take the customer's money extremely, frictionless. This is the way to go. There is a video here as well that gives you a full rundown, start to finish. It's the video is based obviously on the template, so you will not have any kind of discrepancies between what you're seeing in my video and what you're seeing when you are setting up the template. Once you've got everything set up, tested, all the rest of it, you've got your business bank account, you've got your business running, you can go out there, start marketing, start doing as many competitions as possible. And that leads me on to the final question I get the most. Should I start big? Should I start doing a 10, 15, 20, 30 grand draw to start off with? And usually the answer I give is maybe. It depends on your budget in terms of not even just for the draw, but for the marketing to get the customers to the website so they know about this great, 10, 15,000 pound draw. Usually I would say, look, in terms of risk, it's best to start small. Not even small. Small is a relative term to your budget and your marketing. But I would say if you start at a certain level and then grow from there, it means you're going to not only be growing organically, and that means that your risk in terms of the website and the money at risk for you is going to be much lower. You can learn as you go, and the more you learn, and these websites, this business isn't really based around you making it all your profit on one competition. It's about how many times can you do that competition in a week, in a month. If you have a draw every day, that's a lot better than having one per month. I would say that getting your customers, coming back to your website, knowing there's going to be a draw soon, rather than, forgetting about you for 4 weeks and then maybe purchasing the next month. Frequency and is a lot more important than one big splash to me. So for one last frequently asked question, it is about, do you need a gambling license for this? Now, while, like I say, in the terms and conditions section of the documentation, I am not a solicitor, but at the same time, from what I've seen, you do not need a gambling license. As long as you offer a free entry route, and mostly that based around someone sending in a postcard with first or second class stamp directly to your either PO box, should it be the building that you're operating out of, any of that kind of stuff, you can then give them a free entry to that competition. Obviously, there's a lot of people, the vast majority, this is a business after all, do not do that, mostly down to I wouldn't say laziness, but it's sometimes even more it's difficult to even just get to the post office and post this out. It's a lot easier just to do it through the website, get their tickets and move on with your life. And at the other side of things, a lot of people just don't know that this exists. Obviously it happens a lot more if your ticket numbers are more expensive, but for the cheaper ones you usually don't get hardly any of these through the post. Hopefully that's some useful information for you. I know it probably blabbed on too long, but hopefully get my point across. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. For some reason, I reply to most comments, as much as my wife hates it. But yes, give me a comment below and I'll get back to you. Cheers, guys.